One thing I've realized is looking at many videos across YouTube, there's a lot of rage baiters. You look at the Midas touches and so on, right? And is this the end? It's bright yellow letters, an arrow. They'll have like Trump and Pam Bondi. Like, I don't know who Trump is, dumbass. Of course I know who Trump is. It's this. It's a game. They're selling you a bag of bullshit. And they could be talking about Disneyland, but their job is to get you on there. Look at it like this. The fires in Lahaina are horrible. How much time have you spent on watching the rebuild efforts? The fires in LA. How much time have you spent watching the rebuild efforts? How much time has the news or the Midas touches spent on that? None. Hurricane Helene. How much time has been spent on that? The recovery efforts. They still have sewage on their streets. Zero. We are addicted as a society to outrage because it makes money. I want to be the person that talks about the recovery efforts at Hurricane Helene and the recovery efforts from Lahaina. I want to talk about the actual reason we're here, which is white supremacy and stupid concepts that brains people that live in rural America that will only vote for a white man. Those are why we're here. I don't care if one person watches my video. I really don't. I'm going to be true to who I am. What I am going to ask you is let's start acting like adults. Can we start looking at solutions instead of always being outraged by the goddamn problem? Why did the fire start? Why are the insurance companies doing this? Why are we going to push a 50-year mortgage when you're going to pay twice as much principal on your house? Instead of complaining about SNAP benefits, why do we have 42 million people that are so goddamn poor that they can't afford it? Why are we talking about tampons in boys' bathrooms instead of the 43,000 people that died from gun violence? Why are we talking about dumpster fire Trump's tariffs instead of January 6th where 5 officers are dead? We have to choose to be better than that. As long as there is a demand, there will be a supply for our outrage. That's the kind of platform that I want to run here. And when I start my podcast in about a week or two, that's what I'm going to talk about. Because the reality is, you can rage bait all you want. You can make 10s and 20s and 30s and thousands of dollars. Cool, great. But you haven't solved the damn thing. There's a fire here, there's a fire here, there's an earthquake, Great, cool. I want to focus on why did it start? How are the people recovering? Who's helping them? That's what I care about. And I'm going to stay true to that. I am not going to change course just because I have 100,000 followers. I won't do it. A true leader is not a searcher of consensus. They're a molder of consensus. And that's what a lot of these podcasts are. They are a searcher of consensus. They're looking for your outrage because they're going to make this off of you. They think you're suckers. We need to choose to step away from that. We're here because part of this country refused to vote for a black woman. Hard stop. It wasn't the economy. It wasn't the cost of fucking eggs. It wasn't inflation. It was because they wouldn't vote for a black woman. And I don't see anybody talk about it. And I'm going to keep talking about it. 249 years. We still haven't had a woman president. Yeah, it's the price of eggs. Sure. This country voted for an adjudicated rapist, a felon who caused an insurrection, who very, very, very likely molested girls on Epstein Island, insulted troops, insulted disabled people. And they said, well, I don't like her laugh. That's why we're fucking here. And that's what I'm going to push. So I'm asking you to think about what you consume as a consumer. Can we start talking about actual solutions? That's my ask. Have a good day.